So friends, are you ready to indulge in some OB crystal ball gazing? Recent academic commentary, specifically horizon scanning for 2025-26, predicts that organisational behaviour, OB, trends will be shaped by interlinked phenomena like digital transformation, workforce agility, inclusivity, positive organisational practices, and evolving leadership and culture. There's a strong emphasis here on adaptability, innovation, and employee well-being. I asked Consensus AI to conduct a comprehensive search across over 170 million research papers, drawing from databases like Semantic Scholar and PubMed and other academic sources. Harnessing the warp speed processing power of this search engine, we explored multiple targeted queries, focusing on emerging, predicted, and debated OB trends. The search themes we used to distill key factors for OB practitioners and students to understand included digital transformation, workforce changes, leadership and culture. We also included critiques of trend predictions to guard against the risk of zeitgeist myopia. We paid special attention to the post-pandemic context that still shapes expectations for 2025-26. After deduplication, 713 papers met our eligibility criteria. From these, we extracted the top 50 most relevant and high-quality papers to inform the findings presented in this review. We drew on papers published over the past 7 years. So, what did we discover? Recent OB literature highlights several converging trends likely to define the field in 2025-26. The most prominent themes include the accelerating impact of digital transformation and technology adoption, the growing importance of workforce agility and adaptability, the integration of positive organisational practices, and, despite some challenges, a renewed focus on inclusivity, diversity, and employee well-being. Scholars also emphasise the need for organisations to foster innovative climates, support job crafting, and develop resilient, learning-oriented cultures to navigate ongoing disruptions and rapid change. Leadership is expected to evolve towards more empowering, creative and responsible models, while organisational culture will increasingly prioritise psychological safety, ethical behaviour and sustainability. These trends are underpinned by both empirical studies and systematic reviews, offering a robust foundation for predicting the future direction of OB research and practice. To unpack this further, let's drill down into 4 promising avenues. For starters, digital transformation is a dominant theme. Research shows that organisations must adapt their structures, processes and cultures to extract value from new technologies and remain resilient. Closely related, workforce agility, encompassing adaptability, innovation and proactive behaviour, is increasingly linked to organisational performance and innovation, especially in the context of rapid change and industry. Next up, the academic literature underscores the growing importance of inclusivity, diversity and employee well-being as central to future organisational success. IOB practices, short for inclusive organisational behaviour, diversity management and age-inclusive strategies are highlighted as essential for fostering creativity, engagement and resilience in the workforce. Then another acronym, POB, or Positive Organisational Behaviour, including psychological strengths, resilience, job crafting, and responsible leadership, is gaining traction to enhance employee engagement, innovation, and adaptability. In case you've not come across the term, job crafting refers to proactive changes employees make to their own jobs to better align their work with their skills, interests, and needs. This can involve altering the tasks they perform, their work relationships, or how they perceive their job's purpose and meaning. Is this the standout game changer in 2025 and beyond? It really boils down to an emphasis on employee experience. This trend is all about creating a workplace that prioritises employees' needs, well-being and growth. The promise is that by putting employees at the forefront, organisations can unlock creativity, drive innovation and boost productivity. To facilitate this, game-changing leadership is needed. Leaders evolving towards more empowering, creative and ethical models with a focus on supporting change, risk-taking and employee commitment. Fourth, and an OB classic that follows naturally from game-changing leadership, is facilitating a fit-for-purpose organisational culture and learning. These OB themes are identified as critical enablers of adaptability and innovation. Cultures that support continuous learning, psychological safety and ethical behaviour are seen as better positioned to navigate change and uncertainty. The integration of digital tools and the harmonisation of organisational behaviour in the context of digitalisation are also emphasised in the scholarship we reviewed. The quality of evidence informing this research consensus is high, with systematic reviews, large-scale empirical studies and bibliometric analyses supporting the reported trends. However, some limitations exist, such as the rapid pace of change outstripping empirical validation and the need for more longitudinal and, as is common in Anglosphere-dominated literature, cross-cultural studies. Further research is needed to understand the long-term impact of applying these scholarly predictions and prescriptions. This is especially true to address gaps related to implementation, measurement, and the impact of global disruptions, paying attention to the integration of new technologies in diverse organisational contexts. Let's finish with some thoughts on research focus. Here are some areas you and others in the field might consider exploring to address the current gaps and advance the field, and why it might be worthwhile. Question: how can organisations effectively implement digital transformation while maintaining employee well-being and inclusivity? Why this matters: to ensure technology adoption doesn't exacerbate inequality or stress. Question: what are the long-term impacts of positive organisational practices and agile leadership on innovation and resilience? Why this matters: to validate the sustainability and effectiveness of these practices. Question: how do global disruptions, e.g. pandemics, geopolitical shifts, reshape organisational behaviour trends across cultures? Why this matters: to understand the universality and variability of OB trends in a volatile world. Which of these trends do you find most impactful? Let me know in the comments. If you're interested in learning more about workplace trends, be sure to check out my other uploads.